Hey VC, this is Eric, and I am coming with a contest entry to a channel I'm actually brand new to. Um, Jason, Otero85. Hey, don't put my name in for your drawing or whatever. I just actually wanted to participate in your contest for informational purposes. And your contest is to talk about an artist that you would like to have a chance to talk to or let them know how much of an impact they've had on your life. This is kind of a hard one for me for probably the strangest reason of anybody's entries I've seen, and that's because I've actually had the opportunity to do that. My all-time two favorite bands, the Jet Black Berries and the Forbidden Dimension. I was actually talking to members of both of these bands on Facebook today. These guys I've hung out with several times in Nashville, had a great time. Put out a record by them. These guys, I've stayed at their house, of the bass player, a couple of times. He's come to visit me. I put out a record of his early stuff. So I've had the chance to let them know that this stuff was a big part of my young life, and it was important to me. So then, who's probably my third favorite band of all time? Well, if I want to think about it, it's probably the Helicopters. Once again, I kind of know them. I'm actually in the background in the documentary about their tour of America. I was at their final shows. I've been very, very fortunate in my life that I have gotten to meet a lot of these guys and have become friends with them, and that they have been part of my life now since the late 90s, really. So for me, I got to go to the next one down the chain, and that's this band, Lethal Weapon. LA Punk. Their early punk stuff is underappreciated, undiscovered, great, catchy. It's not pop punk, but it's not hardcore, overdriven stuff. This is their kind of blues metal, hair metal-ish, but not really. There's still a punk edge in it. Album that came out in a major label. My copy's kind of hacked up because it got drowned in a house accident years and years ago. But this was on MCA Records. You can see I got it for like $3. So I was happy to score this. But they recorded my favorite song, which is on the Dude soundtrack. We've talked about Dudes before. By the way, this is coming out on Blu-ray in September for anybody that's a fan or wants to check it out. Highly recommend that. Shout Factory Select is putting it out. What can I say about Lethal Weapon? Musically, just great melodic punk with female vocals, with a vocalist that's kind of got a real great bluesy voice. They have a little bit of country in their sound, a little bit of alt country in their sound, definitely. A little bit of hard rock, a little bit of metal, but really just a great band. And I don't know, what else can I say about them other than they're one of the bands I wish more people would check out. I can understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you like punk rock, or you like bluesy vocals, you like female-fronted punk bands, even if you like that 80s metal stuff, one of their songs is going to tickle your fancy. So head on over to YouTube. If you want to hear the early punk stuff, I highly recommend their record Death of Innocence, which I know I've talked about before. If you want to check out something a little more mainstream and produced, go see if you can find something like Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye or Just Like a Rose. Great stuff. So, very quickly, that's my entry. Thank you.